The AR-15, America's rifle. At some point in time, everyone will have the pleasure of owning one. If you're new to the AR platform, or you're an AK guy and you're just getting your feet wet with that other rifle that's out there, there's a couple things you need to know about the AR-15 rifle itself. At some point in time, probably the first time that you clean it or the first time you disassemble it, you're going to have a problem putting it back together. It's real simple. One thing that's very common is people not being able to get the Bolt Carrier Group back in the charging handle and back inside the upper receiver. Take a look at this video. If you're having that trouble, this will help you out. All right, hey, let's talk about some common mistakes that occur when you are reassembling your AR-15 platform rifle. First thing is, if this is your first time doing this or you just don't do it very often, always remember that this end of the T-handle goes down here first. Just kidding, you already know that. Take a look at the inside of the T-handle here and you see that this is flared out, right? There's a reason that that's flared out like that. That's so when you put this in the back of this upper and this T-handle is down in here, it doesn't just come right back out, right? It stops it. However, when you are reassembling this rifle, you need to make sure that when you're inserting it, you don't strictly insert it right from the rear. You can't just go from the top, right? So if you notice that these flares are on the top and it's not going down inside here, right? So that's because it's not designed to go in like that. So basically what I do is I make sure when I put this down in there that these flares are below this right here, right? Once you got it down in there, then you can just kind of wiggle it and take it and basically we'll just put it right back over here, right? And then you can just kind of leave it there, let it dangle if you want. The next thing that we got to do is we're going to take this Bolt Carrier Group and we are going to pair it up with the back of the T-handle and we're going to put it down inside. One thing that you have to do that we didn't do this time is when you put this in here and you put this in the underside of the T-handle, this will not go down in here if this bolt is to the rear, right? So you see the bolt is to the rear towards the Bolt Carrier Group and this pin right here is in this position. Number one, this is the correct position for the pin, right? If you're looking at this and this pin is turned sideways, you don't want that because the pin can then come out, right? Because it'll clear this gas tube right here. So you want to make sure the pin is like this, but when you insert it in the back of the receiver, you want to make sure that this goes forward, right? Also, before you put that in there, you want to make sure that this rotates freely, right? Make sure you got all the gum out of it, you got all the sticky stuff out of it. One thing that I always do is I'll put it to the rear and I'll just give it a slap. And it should always slide to the front, right? Just flick it down, always slide to the front. So basically, when you look at this and you see this pin right here, it's in the middle of the Bolt Carrier Group and it's right below the tube there, right? The gas tube. So when you look at this, if this thing was back towards the Bolt Carrier Group, you notice now that this pin is on the side, right, of the side. So when you go to put that in there, that pin will keep it from clearing. So you got to make sure that's forward in that position and that should take care of business, right? So we're going to take this T-handle up. And if you notice that this T-handle is not going past where it's supposed to, otherwise it would come out here, right? So it's not coming out just like you want it to. And we're just going to take this right here. We're going to push it in there. Done. That's it. Problem solved. Hope you got something out of this. Have a great day, guys. Thanks.